Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl who was loved by everyone who looked at her. She was once given a little riding hood of red velvet, which suited her so well that she would never wear anything else, so she was always called Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother said to her, "Come, Little Red, my dear, here is a piece of cake and a bottle of wine. Take them to your grandmother, she is sick, and they will do her good. Set out before it is too late, and when you are going, walk nicely and quietly, and do not run off the path, or you may find yourself lost. And when you go into her room, don't forget to say good morning. I will take great care," said Little Red to her mother. Her grandmother lived out in the wood, half a league from the village, and just as Red entered the wood, she encountered a wolf. She did not know what a wicked creature he was, and was not at all afraid of him. They exchanged pleasantries. When asked where she was going, Little Red revealed to the wolf the exact location of her grandmother's home. The wolf thought to himself, "What a tender young creature! What a nice plump mouthful! She will be better to eat than the old woman. I must act craftily so as to catch both." Little Red raised her eyes, and when she saw a clear light of day and the crisp leaves resting all about, she thought, "Suppose I take grandmother a bright leaf? That would please her too. It is so early in the day that I shall still get there in good time." So she ran from the path into the wood to look for a perfect leaf for her lovely grandmother. And whenever she had snatched one, she fancied that she saw a still prettier one farther on, and ran after it, and so got deeper and deeper into the wood. Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight to the grandmother's house, and knocked at the door. "Who is there?" "Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf. "She is bringing cake and wine." "Lift the latch," called out the grandmother. "I am too weak and cannot get up." The wolf lifted the latch, the door sprang open, and without saying a word, he went straight to the grandmother's bed, and devoured her. Then he put on her clothes, dressed himself in her cap, laid himself in bed, and drew the curtains. Little Red Riding Hood, however, had been running about collecting leaves, and when she had gathered so many that she could carry no more, she realized how dark it was getting, and remembered her grandmother, and set out on the way to her. She was surprised to find the cottage door standing open, and when she went into the room, she felt very uneasy. She called out, "Good morning," but received no answer, so she went to the bed and drew back the curtains. There lay her grandmother, looking very strange. "Oh, but grandmother, what a terribly big mouth you have," cried Little Red. "All the better to eat you with, my dear." And scarcely had the wolf said this, than with one bound he was out of bed and swallowed up Red Riding Hood. When the wolf had appeased his appetite, he lay down again in the bed, fell asleep, and began to snore.